How do we get top dollar for all the homes that we sell? Hey, it's James Renfro. In this channel, we talk about what it's like to work, to eat, to sleep, and clearly to buy or sell your home here in San Diego. If it's something that you're interested in, then hit the subscribe button. I have people calling me all the time relocating here to San Diego. If that's something that you need help with, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I've got your back when moving to America's finest city. How do we get top dollar for all the homes that we sell? To illustrate that, I want to go back about 6 to 8 months. I market to a lot of people that for whatever reason their home didn't sell the first time. They hired a realtor to sell it and the listing either expired or was canceled. And I get a list of those every morning, and I give people a call. And one morning last year, I called and spoke with a gentleman who had been trying to sell his condo. It's a rental property, and he had had it on the market for 67 days, and it had not sold. And he was disgruntled and unhappy. And so he agreed to meet with me and go over what we do to get homes sold. He was impressed by that and decided to go ahead and list his property, but not just that one property. He had 2 other condos that he wanted to sell, and he decided to list all 3 with me. So we got busy and got to marketing. After the properties all went on the market, we sold that first one that had been on the market for 67 days. We sold that in 11 days for $17,500 over the asking price. We sold the second property in that same complex. We sold that one in 9 days at a little over $10,000 over the asking price. And then we sold the third in 6 days at $25,000 over the asking price. Between the 3 properties, over $53,000 above what he had wanted to get for the properties. He was very happy. Let's talk about how we made that happen. What were maybe the differences between what happened in his first experience and what happened when we actually went to work for him. There's 2 things that stand out in my mind that are super important when you're selling a property. One, you need to put the property's best foot forward. Almost everybody who purchases a home these days first finds it on the internet. We want to make sure that the property looks its absolute best on the internet and in every place that they could see it. We start out by hiring a professional photographer. We do that on every listing. We never use a cell phone or something like that to take pictures. We always use a professional. Those photos are so important because many times they actually have a tendency to look a little better than what the property actually looks like. So the idea is to get people in the property to view it in person. And then the second thing we do is we have the descriptions written by a professional copywriter. I send over a list of all the pluses that the property has, and then I have a professional writer actually go through there and craft a description that really is inviting and helps the potential buyer see themselves in the property and see the benefits and the emotion involved in actually living in that particular property. So with the pictures and then the sounds of the words in their heads, we hopefully create an emotional response that causes them to want to see the property in person. So that's putting the property's best foot forward. And then the marketing aspect is the other end. Coldwell Banker does a fantastic job. I think we probably spend more money than any other brokerage in actually marketing the property. And we combine that with the fact that we are the big dogs in the real estate world in that we have over 100,000 agents. We have offices in 41 countries. We are the #1 brokerage nationally as and we are also the #1 brokerage in San Diego County. All those things combine to give us a really great coverage as far as size is concerned, but also reputation is so important. Coldwell Banker's been around for 160 years now, I think. We have that longevity that people look for. We take those professional photographs and we also use them in our other marketing. So we create a brochure, for instance, and that brochure is not just a flyer, it's a 4-page brochure for most of our properties. Some of our luxury properties get an 8-page brochure, but they're in a heavy cardstock and really are inviting. So when somebody does view the property initially, they're able to take something substantial with them so that when it does come to time to write an offer, that they are seeing the property again, essentially. We also create a TV spot that is aired on our television show that airs every Sunday. Obviously, that's a wide-reaching television show that also helps to get more eyes on the property. We also have View magazine. This is Coldwell Banker's magazine that's distributed to over 100,000 San Diegans, and each one of our properties is advertised in the pages of that magazine. In addition, we send a postcard to all the neighbors for each property. The real reason for this card is a lot of people in your specific neighborhood are oftentimes looking for a home for their family or friends, and they want them to live close by, and so this helps bring the awareness to that property and is a very nice piece that we send out. We also do I create 2 single property websites that help to advertise the property. One is used through our signage. So when we put a sign in your front yard, we have a rider on top of that sign that invites you to text to a particular number, and when you text that, it sends you to this single property website so that you can see all the photos, which is a lot nicer than just a brochure box where somebody pulls out a flyer about the property. And it does something that's really cool in addition. It captures their phone number and it texts me that information so that I'm able to call them as the listing agent and see if we can't make an appointment to actually see the property in person. The other single property website that we use in our Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube advertising. We were able to target areas and specific groups of people with that type of advertising, which helps us bring more eyes to the property and specifically more buyers that would be interested in that particular piece of property. There are numerous other areas where we do other advertising to specific groups of people, especially top realtors in any specific area, to make sure that we get the right eyes on the property. The purpose is to increase the audience that your home has. When we increase the audience that your home is, the people that are seeing your property, we get more showings. We get more showings, we get more offers. We get more offers, the price goes up and you get top dollar. So let's avoid the headache the first go around. And if you're interested in what your home is worth, click the link in the description box below and I'll send you a free home market value report and we'll get top dollar for your property. I'm here to help you find your forever home in San Diego, but the only way I can do that is if you take action. Give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, however you need to get a hold of me, please do, and we'll get your home sold for top dollar. I've got your back when moving to the Southern California area.